once again to Senior Focus. I'm your host, Bill Adams. Senior Focus is a show designed for people over the age of about 50. But again, if you're younger than that, that's fine. You might learn some things that can help people in your family or your friends. We come to you a couple times each month through the Channel 20 Community Access channel, community programming, and thanks to Greg Roten from Armstrong, and also thanks to Keith Kaiser. We're once again coming to you from the Davis Visitor Center in Fellows Riverside Gardens at Mill Creek Metro Parks. And of course, any time of year is a great time to come out, but we encourage you to to come out to the gardens and to the park, and you'll enjoy what you find here. Today, we're going to be talking about veterans issues, and we have a panel today, and we're going to be talking about a couple different subjects, and I'll introduce the folks that are here today. To my immediate right, or my left, as you're watching, is Ron Borngesser. Thanks for coming, Ron. And to his right is Gary Kommel. And to the right of Gary is Susan Cargill. And then to the far left, as you're watching, is Brenda Polis. Thanks, everybody, for coming in.
Thank you.
And we're going to start today with Ron. I'm sorry. I was thinking of Barry Landgraver, who's been here from the Veteran Service Commission. But Ron Borngesser is a veteran who has a unique idea, and he works with Habitat for Humanity, and we'll let him explain it, but he wants to build a home for a veteran in Mahoning County, and he would like to make that a regular event. But he's been working on this for 2 or 3 years. He could tell you all about it. Ron, where did that idea come from? How did you get started?
With all the soldiers coming back and going back and forth between Iraq and Afghanistan, there was no transaction. I was a Vietnam soldier, and so was Commander Gary here. Mm-hmm. And we weren't really treated well during the war and when the war ended. And so I just felt it's time to take these young ladies and young men and give something back. So about 3 years ago, I come up with a brainstorm. Why can't we build a house for one? So It's taken me almost 3 years to go back and forth between Habitat for Humanity, the Mahoning County Land Board, the commissioners, the trustees of Austintown. And the bottom line is that I guess they got tired of seeing me, so they said, what do you want? And believe me, I made every meeting. Mm-hmm. And so, oh, you're here again? My buddy Dave Ditzel, he started it all. Mm-hmm. And so the thing was, what do you want? I said, we got to get a house built for a veteran. So I went to Habitat for Humanity and had a discussion with them. And they said, if you can get the piece of land, see what we can do. I went back to the Mahoning Land Bank and said, with all these foreclosures, there's got to be a lot you can give me. Who are you? So I went through the whole spiel. And here
Started
I am.
all over, yeah.
Started all over again. I don't know, we'll do our best. Well, reality, it's here. The house is going on a new road in Austintown between Meridian and Rockaway.
Okay.
And so it's in the process now. It was a foreclosure, so the courts are involved as far as the prosecutor to make sure that there's no liens or anything against it.
Sure.
Because once they sign it over to us, if there is any liens or anything against the house, we have to pay for it.
Now, you've been working with Habitat for Humanity, right?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, so this is, I mean, that's good that you had that background,
right,
because they've certainly been helpful, I guess.
Yeah, I'm a member of the Austintown Community Church, and I was the chair between Habitat and Austintown Community Church for the last 6-7 years. Mm-hmm. And we did a lot as far as helping with houses. I believe we helped with about 6 or 7 houses out of the last 11 that they built. So it's been a very thing. And they got to know me. And and so I had a lot of I made the board, the executive board there a few times and told them what I had in mind. And like I said, it's reality. It's here, it's happening. It's just a little time. I'm hoping we can break ground between now and September so we can get the foundation, and if not, we have to wait till next spring.
Sure.
And then that's a little prolonged.
But now, have you worked with your fellow veterans too? Also?
Yes, I have. On April 9th of last month, we had a Veterans Day at the Austintown Senior Center.
Sure.
And we had probably over 100 people attended. And it was all about veterans, what they're doing, what we're doing, who we can help, who we can't help. And the main object was to get as many people involved in the house as possible who were interested. And we had about 14 names. Unfortunately, because of age, one passed on, and one couldn't meet the financial obligation, so they had to pull out. But as of today, there's 10. They've already been sent their letters, and they've already contacted Habitat, and they went through 2 already, and those 2 so far look okay. Probably in the middle of August is when we're going to do the drawing.
Okay, there'll be a drawing then?
Yeah,
to
there'll be a
select?
drawing.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is once they pass the Habitat, the finances, and what it boils down to is that they have to pay $400 a month.
Okay.
The biggest problem or the biggest hitch here is that they have to hold a 30-year mortgage. But with that $400 a month, it pays their mortgage, their taxes, and their insurance.
That's a very good deal, sure, to
And
get a
they
house.
just have to hold a 30-year mortgage. So we have 10 people, 10 families right now. 6 of them are young. Out of the 6, 5 of them are, they're sort of disabled veterans. They were wounded in Iraq and Afghanistan, and there is problems. But Habitat for Humanity said that if a disabled veteran gets it, that whatever that disabled veteran needs, whether it be a he or she, they would put into that house to make it feasible.
Oh, that's good. I was going to ask that, so that, very nice. yeah.
The whole house will be, handicapped if necessary. And so I might,
Is there anything that, if people were interested in helping you out? I mean,
yes,
do you
there
mind,
is. If anybody wants to do a donation, whether how big or how small, they can write the check to Habitat for Humanity, and in the left-hand corner on the bottom where they make their notes, they just put on there Austintown Veterans Home.
Okay.
And that will go into that account where I have a few checks already, gave it to them, it's already started.
Sure.
So
What if people want to get a hold of, say, you to find out more about this?
they can call me at the, we have a Veterans Corner, which I'll
Oh,
get
okay.
into a little bit, over
Sure.
at the Senior Center, Austintown Senior Center, and every Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. I'm there. And the purpose of that is to help veterans who have problems, their wives, their daughters, their husbands, their sons, their brothers, whatever, et cetera. And since we started it in August of 10, we've had about 70, 80 people that we've helped already.
Yeah, Gary, you've been involved with that
Yes,
Veterans
and the
Corner
commander's
also?
been involved with it also.
Could you describe a little bit about, what, again, not naming people individually, but what some of the situations that you help out with?
We have a lot of people come in. One gentleman come in and his home was burglarized and he lost his DD-214,
Okay.
his discharge papers, and he didn't know how to go about getting a replacement. So we helped him, fill out the paperwork and do all that kind of thing. And we have another instance where we had a gentleman who comes to the senior center who, the big thing we try and get a lot of the veterans to is get them involved in the VA system.
Sure.
For health care or whatever. And it's surprising that a lot of our veterans are not enrolled in the VA system. And so that's the first thing we ask them is, are you enrolled? And if so, why not? And in that case, we had a gentleman that goes to the senior center that he kept saying no, he wasn't. We finally got him to go up and enroll in the system. And, make a long story short, at the end, he went to Wade Park for a evaluation, and the gentleman has hearing aids, so they determined his hearing loss was service-connected.
Oh, okay.
So it turned out, at that point, he got 2 brand-new hearing aids, plus he's now getting a disability check from the VA for his hearing loss. So these are the kind of things, a lot of people, and it's surprising that a lot of our veterans don't know what's out there or what's available to them. So I think that's part of our job there is to help educate, our veterans and guide them in the direction they need to go. And if it's something that we can't handle, then we refer them to the Veteran Service Commission,
Sure.
over on Oak Hill.
Yeah, and again, just so we let people know, this is at the Austintown Senior Center, which is 100 Westchester.
112 Westchester Drive.
Okay, it's right off of Mahoning Avenue near Route 11. And again, the times are
From 10 till about 1 o'clock. We're there every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Well,
And like
that's
Ron
great,
said
yeah.
before, if we have guys come in, if there's nothing that we can help them with, there's a lot of veterans come just for fellowship, just sit
Sure.
around and BS and, and we do that too. So, I mean, and it helps, some of them, they need an avenue to express themselves. And a lot of times, another veteran will talk to another veteran before he will anyone else, so.
Sure, that makes sense to, yeah.
Because we have shared experiences, and we know what they're going through or where they're coming from.
Well, and we're going to go to the Veteran Service Commission for in a second here, but before I forget, I just want to ask if you wouldn't mind, if you just want to talk about where you were in the service, both you gentlemen want to mention?
I was during Vietnam from 1962 to 1966, but I was stationed in Germany,
Okay.
and I was in the Signal Corps attached to the 4th Armored Division.
Yeah, how about you, Gary?
I was in the Army from 68 to 71, and I did a year in Vietnam from 68 to 69.
Again, thanks for your service, and
Thank
we're
you.
going to now turn for a little while to the Veteran Service Commission, and Susan or Brenda, either one of you want to talk about the work that you do, but I know you both are sort of concentrated in sort of financial relief to people.
Yeah, that's
Correct.
correct.
You want to talk about what that is?
Well, what the financial assistance is, it used to be called, like years ago, the Soldiers and Sailors Relief Fund. And of course, government got their hands on us and changed our name a little bit, so now that they call us the Veteran Service Commission. We still deal with the financial assistance part of the office, where veterans, their families, their dependents can come and apply for financial help when they're down on their luck, or a temporary stopgap measure to help them until they can get to a point where they can get back on their feet. And we do have a 5-member board, all veterans, all from the county, and they are appointed by the judges, and they make the decision on each of the cases that we help out with.
Okay.
We have them schedule appointments, they come in, we do sit down with them and actually talk with them about what their financial problem is, what their need is. We get all the information down, we take it to the board, and our board is autonomous, meaning they're self-governing. So they take care of everything from A to Z.
Now, is this part of, every county would have a Veteran
Yes,
Service
every
Commission?
county, every one of the 88 counties in Ohio has a Veteran Service Commission. They're mandated by the state, but they're run by the counties and governed by Ohio Revised Code.
And maybe Brenda, you want to talk about where you're located?
We are located at 345 Oak Hill, Suite 100. It's the old Southside Hospital, if people are more familiar with that name
Sure.
of the building. It's the Renaissance Annex, if you want to call it the Annex. Now, our office is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., but we are closed from 12 to 1. And of course, we're closed on the legal holidays, like most of the other government agencies are. We do have voicemail. It's on 24/7. So if anyone wants to contact our office, they can do that anytime. Leave a message. Our phone number is 330-740-2451. Listen to the prompts, and that will take you to the different areas for the different people that work there for specific programs like burial or our service officers, or for us for our relief program.